Attorney's Office, Heating Probation Judge. Judge, the allegations are that the defendant, Thomas Hickey, had been hired to help out a Darlene Gertrude and a Zayd Thompson, move out of a house. And prior to them leaving the house, there was approximately $2,000 worth of quarters in a Poland Spring bottle that was left at the residence. When they closed up the house at 4:30, the Poland Spring bottle was there. When they went back the next day, it was gone. Now, the homeowners reported this to the police that it had been stolen. There were no signs that the house had been broken into. And the police then brought in Mr. Hickey to talk to him about the missing large Poland Spring bottle of quarters. The defendant denied any knowledge of those quarters. The Westford police did do a very thorough investigation. They knew from prior experience that when you steal that amount of quarters, you're usually going to one of those Coinstar machines to actually get money for those quarters. They received information from Coinstar that there had been 5 transactions within the Lowell, Tewksbury, and Chelmsford area on which someone deposited Coinstars, approximately 550, 2 550s, $300, $375, and $263, in which somebody received approximately $1,500 worth of vouchers for that amount. The police then obtained still photos from those locations. One was a Walmart, the other 2 were Stop and Shops and Hannaford's. And looking at those photographs, the police did identify Thomas Hickey and his wife, Sam, as the 2 individuals who were putting quarters into those locations. The police then gave Mr. Hickey the opportunity to come in to speak to them about it. He again denied any responsibility for it. The police then also had the opportunity to speak to his wife, who did come into the station. She was Mirandized. She then told the police that, Mr. Hickey did identify himself as the person in those surveillance videos, or those surveillance photos, putting himself at the location where the quarters were deposited. When the police spoke to his wife, she did indicate that those pictures were of him and her, and then she also told them that that night they had gone back to the location at the Darlene's Pond street address. That Mr. Hickey then went into the residence, entered the residence through the basement door. She waited in the car. That he came out of the residence with a 5-gallon Poland Spring water bottle full of quarters. They left the residence and then subsequently went to those locations and turned in the coins for cash charge.
Now, what is the work that he was doing with these individuals?
I believe he was just helping them move.
He wasn't hired.
He wasn't there to help.
And out of kindness, I did give him $20 afterwards.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Commonwealth. Counsel, I'll hear from you. Do you have any questions?
We just had a hearing?
No, I just want to know what the facts were. She indicated that she...
I thought it sounded like...
No, it's stipulated. I accept his stipulation that he agrees he's in violation. He wasn't asking a challenge. If you'd like to question, you may do so.
No.
But for my information, in terms of, I have a situation here where there's a request for 1 year in the House of Correction. It's a stipulated violation, so I'd like to know the details so I can make the appropriate decision.
I understand that.
Thank you. But I'll hear anything that you need the board to know, Counsel.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Hickey is 27 years old. He struggled through when he got his GED. He has worked at Tadmouth Junkyard about 4 times a week for the last 8 months. He also worked at Market Basket as a stocker for 2 months and briefly at Westford Pizza. He had to stop working at Westford Pizza when he had an injury to his arm. He has grown up in Westford. His wife, Sam, has lupus, and currently is having a lupus flare-up and is under medical treatment. I do not know how that course of treatment is going, but it's a chronic condition. His record, as Your Honor can see, is rather brief. It doesn't even fill up the page. He did all his money, he did all his community service in lieu of some fees.
Regarding the underlying offense?
Yes.
All right.
Except for the operating master charge, for which he did community service and had it dismissed, and the current charge against Mr. Hickey, he has been in compliance with his violation, with his probation, based on the information I have. Mr. Hickey is requesting primarily so that he can assist his wife as she goes through her medical treatment for lupus, that he not be committed for the year. He is looking for a suspended sentence. He understands the continuation without a finding will most likely be changed to a guilty. He is asking for 6 months suspended for a year. I think he has proved that he can do his probation since he has complied with all the other conditions. He's anticipating being a law-abiding citizen and working with me as his attorney in the current charge that he has against him. I have not yet, though I have been provided some of the surveillance tapes from the shopping centers where this Mr. Hickey allegedly was, I have not been able to access them. My computer evidently does not have the necessary program to open them up. So I will be discussing that in the district attorney's office today. Should Your Honor decide that a committed sentence is appropriate, we would ask that Your Honor consider what probation was originally proposing, which was 30 days committed.
The underlying offense?
Yes.
You mean before the clock?
No.
All right. Probation does not recall it in that way. Were you referring to your conference with the Commonwealth?
No, when we were last here.
We had a violation of probation conference in 60 days was
Oh, 60 days
at that time.
I'm sorry.
And I just asked for clarification. Where was he working? So I was unaware of that.
Tadma, yes.
Where is that located?
In Westford.
What is that exactly?
It's a junkyard.
All right.
He goes through, there's an older gentleman.
He's ready to take counsel, just so you know.
Hey, speak to me. Right. Well, he helps out, and he is the older gentleman. He goes through all the junk cars that comes in, he cleans them out, he takes any of the items that are in there, and the gentleman gives him whatever he gives him.
All right.
It's not, a check at the end of the week. It's not an hourly.
Anything else, counsel, that you'd like to mention?
No, that's all.
I'm just looking at the record. So he has never served time before.
He has served time in the state of Florida.
Okay, and also, is that what triggered the requirement to register?
Yes.
All right, because I wasn't thinking.
Right, so the child is out of Florida.
And when was that offense? Do we have that record?
I do have a copy of the report. This is 2002.
Thank you. All right, this is a 9-year, 7-month sentence. Is that right? 9 years plus 7 months, and then sentence suspended for a period of 7 years and 7 months.
Yes.
So he did serve some time there, followed by a period of 3 years probation. So he's on probation there now, or that's over?
No, that's over.
All right. And how much time did your client serve in total there, counsel, or was he held?
7.5 years in custody.
All right, is there any other record? So he got out when? And where is he from? He's not from this area?
Grew up in Westford.
Right, so he grew up in Westford, he was in Florida, he's now returned.
Yes.
All right. And is there any other record in Florida or in any other state?
I'm not sure. That's the only one I know of because it relates to the failing to register. But I do not have a copy of the triple I.
Mr. Hickey tells me there's nothing in any of the states.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and ask for a copy of the triple I. I've been looking at the record. I see that I had nothing here to demonstrate the requirements for registration and all that, so I knew I didn't have a picture. So I would like to have the triple I on this matter. All right, great. So we'll just have a brief further call. So you can be seated.